Hello everyone, we've got a 2023 Volvo XC90 and the windshield washer nozzles have become plugged up, all of them on the driver's side. I was able to take it apart and using a needle and air pressure to kind of backwash it out, and now a couple of them spit. So I'm going to totally take it apart and see if I can fix it. Hopefully, maybe not. I've already had it apart once trying to fix it, so now I have the part and I'm going to replace it with new. The part number is 31416259 and it was $60. So $54.27. Shipping was $10, FedEx, and it came to $65. And this car is under warranty, but I'm not going to the dealer. And why am I not going to the dealer? Well, it's 2 hours out of my time. First of all, you got to make an appointment, so you got to schedule an appointment, like getting your teeth cleaned or something. And then you go in, and then do they have the part? How many dealers stock this stuff? I would say few, especially in middle of nowhere where I live. And so you got to come back again. So even if they had the part in stock, it's a minimum of 2 hours out of my time. And then gas turns out to be not so bad. I did the math and it's maybe... So the amount of fuel is about $7. So I figured that out. Sorry for if I messed up the video, to double check the math. So it's $7 to drive to the dealer and back home again, and a minimum of 2 hours out of my life, or possibly 3. And I would have saved $65. So it sounds like, getting it fixed under warranty is the way to go. But I just did not want to go back a second time. And let's see how easy this is to fix. So let's get you zoomed in here. You will see a little slot right there. You get your screwdriver and you put it in the slot. And you pop off the cover. That exposes the nut that holds on the wiper. Alright, we're going to use a 15mm socket to loosen the nut. Going to lift the wiper up. Notice I did not put it in maintenance mode. I don't have the wipers up against the windshield. So now we'll just put some electrons into my tool here and give it a go. Apparently it's my first day on the job here. Alright, and we just kind of wiggle it back and forth. It pops right off. And then we look for the connection. And it is right here. Alright, the way you disconnect the hose is pretty interesting. You take this little locking ring and you move it around until the tabs are exposed, and then you can pull it off. Then when you put it back on, you rotate the locking ring back down and it locks it in place. So it took me a minute to figure that out. So now I need to unlock it from the vehicle. Of course, that's probably going to be fun because, the split is on the bottom, so I need to rotate it somehow, and so let me figure that out. Oh my gosh, how complicated can this thing be? Like all car jobs, getting to the part is removing a whole bunch of stuff. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 body panel rivets. Then this hose, this seal. Take this seal off, and I can take this panel off. I Gosh. And now I can expose the connectors. Now I did slide this back. This was slid up because I thought I could just take it off and pull it out, you know, like in the olden days. But no, had to do all that, and there is the ring. So I need to rotate that 90 degrees to unlock it and then pull it out. We'll see what we got. Alright, I've rotated it 90 degrees, and you can tell because the connector is now exposed through the hole there, and then it just slides right off. Wow. 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 My gosh, and we're not even done yet, because taking it off the wiper blade is also a thrill. Alright, back on the bench. You know, wiper blade comes off. Just push this little button here and just rotate it around, maybe. Alright, I mean, removing the wiper blade is best done on the vehicle because you need to hold the stock firm, press down on it, and pull forward. So that's that. Then you can see this is clipped on behind the bar, which makes it fun. I have my little plastic tool so I don't scratch the paint. You see there's two connectors on the front. And I know that clicks in. There's a click in right there for the middle. Alright, let's see if I can get this off. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm going between the two flaps here. Going between the two flaps here, and I'm pushing this way. Because you see it's bent out, so I'm going like this. So let's see, there we go, front one out. I hope it's locked in the front here. I got to get that out. Let me figure that out. All right, looks like I got to get the middle one out first, so let me see if I can pop this off so I can free up the front. I know there's only that one clip holding it on. Boy, I'm just having a good old time. There we go. So I just kind of pried it up here, and then I pulled it here. Now that damage I did just now, I didn't have to break it, but I was fooling with it and accidentally did that. Now this is completely free. Let's see if I can figure this out. Why won't you come off? I guess I didn't want to be destructive, so it looks like it comes to a point, little arrowhead there, so it just pulls right off. So I didn't understand how it was latched in there, even though I said I had it apart before. I forgot. So now, new part in, that should be pretty quick and easy. Duh. I mean, you know, cars are made for assembly, not for disassembly. They want it to go together very quickly at the factory. And they do not care about the mechanic that has to take it all apart and fix something that's broken. Alright, let me feed this around. Had to get it between the tab and the spring there, so you can just see where it goes. All these locking tabs. Like that. Then it's just going to plug in and rotate around. So let's get back to the vehicle. Alright, I'm going to put the wiper blade back on because I do not want the metal to hit the windshield accidentally. Alright, so hopefully that'll protect us. We can have it up or down, I don't think it matters. I think I'm going to run a test first. Let me kind of get that wet. I don't like running dry. windshield wipers. Let me see if I can get this thing to squirt out some juice here. All right, they're both pumping it out. All right, that's good, because right below where you can't see it, maybe I can move the camera. It's a single hose into a Y connection. So we're good to go. Let me hook it back up, put it back together, and see what we got. So here is the passenger side. Just put it in there, rotate it around till it locks. That's super easy. Now the driver's side, I'm going to put the wiper on first. Boy, here I am complaining about it taking an hour at the dealer. Now I know why. Holy cow. And I did mark it. I don't know if you can see my little mark right there. See the little shine? So I can put it back where it came from. Looks like I was one tooth higher than previously, but that's okay. It's easier. It doesn't get caught on the passenger wiper, because previously when I set them back down, the end of the wiper, see how it hits the passenger side? I mean, it was really stuck underneath there. And if you look real carefully, you can see the dirt line where it was. Well, I'm going to leave it where it is. I like it where it is. Then we will put our cap back on. And then we'll knock our light back off. Boy, that was easy. And we're still not done. Got to hook it up. Got to put the body panel back on and test it. My gosh, I have never seen such an elaborate array of a setup. And I see why this was close to the panel now. I think I'll put that on in a minute. So that's how it was, and then that's why this was close, because you can see, even if I flip it around the other way, it's still going to be similar. See, this is going to go in the raceway. See, I mean, it's a direct fit. This comes up and over. Then this clip goes underneath. Good thing I double checked that. All right, then our panel comes on. Goes underneath and the front. Actually just butts up against there. And we put in all of our bazillion rivets. Let's see. Got is going on here? Oops. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. That was fun. Put our weather stripping back on. Make sure it's on correctly in the front here, and then I'll just let it fall where it may. On the side there. And this looks like it goes underneath, but oh well. All right, make sure all our tools are clear. We'll get in the car and see if it works. So you heard me earlier yammering on and on and on about not wanting to go to the dealer. Well, good Lord have mercy, that was something just to replace a hose where I didn't have to take the car apart to begin with. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, I put the wipers in surface position, and I could see these. They're going right in here. I don't know if it got caught on the camera. This one is just going right in here, so it was extremely difficult to see. I mean, I would like to have it going higher, but I see why they did that. So they just have it going in here, and then it runs up the wiper blade. Oh, I see. I do need to lower it. It's hitting the body panel. So remember, I said it was a little one notch higher. Well, I'm going to have to lower it. Oopsie daisy. So much better. And actually, the fluid is coming out. This one you can see a little better. As I recall, when I was messing with it, I think I touched those a little bit so you can see them more. But they are supposed to squirt here in the middle and then run up. And then this one squirts about right here and runs up as it's being wiped. So that's what's going on there. All right, let me take it out of service. Car off. All right, so I'm going to adjust the wiper blade down a notch off camera and close it up. And my earlier complaining about not going to the dealer, my goodness gracious, that was a big deal actually, doing all that. I mean, if you don't work on cars, that would be a nightmare. It's just no replacing the hose or replacing the nozzle like in the olden days. I mean, that was a complete procedure. So anyway, hopefully this won't happen to you. Just be careful what you put in your windshield washer reservoir. Oh yeah, I was going to do a post-mortem. Let me see if I can do that. All right, let's see if I can get this apart here. It's actually kind of tough to get this hose off. Might leave that one on. Let me see what I can do here. Well, I am slowly getting it apart here. So I'll keep plugging away at it. Alright, just slowly getting it. I don't even know if I can see these nozzles. Get all the way to the nozzles to see what's going on with them. Well, it's not just a nozzle. So it looks like the cleaning fluid comes in here, hits this wheel, the wheel spins around and pulses fluid to the nozzles. So any little debris or issue, maybe the wheel's not spinning, I don't know, I've been beating on it pretty hard, I didn't know there was a wheel in it. Maybe the wheel stopped spinning and that's why nothing was coming out. The fluid that was coming out was just whatever made its way around the wheel. So it's not just a little nozzle on the end. Alright, so it's that wheel does not turn. So it looks like it's just a director. So it directs the fluid to the nozzle tips and then it comes out the end here. And I was able to clear them, but only when it was completely disassembled. I could not clear them with 15 pounds of air pressure or blowing into it when it was all assembled. So I don't know what debris was in there, what was going on, don't really care. Had to buy a new one. Oops. Fun stuff. So there you go, it's not just a nozzle at the end of the hose. So that is the wiper nozzle repair video for the 2023 Volvo XC90. Well, the S90 is the same way. They're pretty much all the same. They use the same parts on all the vehicles anymore. They don't like manufacturing, you know, a part for every single vehicle. That's different, you know, when they can do common things like this. So I appreciate you watching my video. I guess complaining about going to the dealership wouldn't have been a bad thing. That was a lot of work. So thank you for watching.